What's going on? You know, today is a travel day. I am in Cleveland, Ohio. Have a business ecosystems course in the morning. And last week, I had comprehensive exams. Let me tell you, no one told me, no one warned me about the comprehensive exams in a PhD program. Would I even begin? This was the most challenging thing I think I've ever done. And I got a whole bunch of degrees, y'all. I got a bachelor's in engineering. I got an MBA. I got a master's in project management, almost a master's in commercial real estate. I done been through a whole lot of school. There was nothing more challenging than these PhD comprehensive exams. I had 3 questions. So what we did was we did these questions over 3 days. So last Monday, last Wednesday, and last Friday, I answered a question each day. Day 1, which was Monday, was my theory question. So you're supposed to do a question around building theory, around whatever your research topic is. So my research topic is looking at healthcare. Specifically, how does these health IT systems or EHR systems, how does it improve clinical decision making? So I'm looking at a couple different theories on social technical systems by people like Emery and Trist. I'm looking at cognition, so distributed cognition, the work of like people like Hutchins, and cognitive load, people like Sweller. I'm looking at sense making, which is the work of Carl Weick. He wrote the book Sense Making, the seminal work, Sense Making in Organizations. So I had to build theory. First of all, we started at 9. The question was loaded into Canvas at 9. So if you're not familiar with Canvas, back in the day, we used a system called Blackboard. Today, we use a system called Canvas. And in Canvas, similar to Blackboard, if you're familiar with that system, you go in and my question was unlocked at 9 a.m. I had until 5 p.m. to get done, and they give you a 30-minute grace window, so you're okay if you get your answer uploaded by 5:30. Day 1, I uploaded my answer at 5:28. Question was a page long. Took me 45 minutes to figure out what they was asking. Straight lunacy. Day 2, which was Wednesday. What was Wednesday? Wednesday was my methods question. So in PhD programs, in my program specifically, we learn qualitative, we learn quant. So qualitative, I do focus groups or semi-structured interviews. There's a bunch of different qualitative things you could do. Ethnography is what we consider qualitative. Quant, you could do surveys, you could do experiments. I do something called structural equation modeling. And then we have mixed methods. So in my program, we do a mixed method study, which is a combination of qual and quant. So my dissertation is a qual, and quant, but that's a whole conversation for a different day, which I'm on track to be done with that, hopefully by the end of the year. Hopefully defending beginning of the year if we stay on target. So quo, quo, quant. So I had my methods question on Wednesday. On Friday, I had my practical question, what we call it your practitioner scholar question. So my particular question was basically consulting the hospital on how to amp up their, let's call it, health IT system. And it was very specific. I wrote a total of 42 pages over these 3 days. So I'm in Cleveland. I got a class tomorrow that I'm auditing. All my coursework is done. I do my oral exam. So I did my written last week. I do my oral exam on Tuesday from 1 to 3. And if I pass this, then I'll move from a PhD student to a PhD candidate. And then I do my research proposal, not to be confused with dissertation. I do my research proposal defense on Friday, and then I fly back home. But one of the things that I kind of regret is that I should have chronicled this process as an entrepreneur, husband, father, and full-time PhD student. I wish I would have done a better job of chronicling this journey for no other reason than to give others hope that they could do it too. But I'm in my hotel. I am turning in early tonight. I have a long day tomorrow. Should be fun though. The business ecosystem stuff is cool. I'm looking forward to learning this great instructor. It's going to be it's going to be a good class. So I'm looking forward to it. But I wanted to talk very briefly about the comprehensive exams. And for you, those who have more than 2 PhDs, y'all are crazy. Crazy, I say. To go through those comps twice, to be called doctor, I never understand. Now, for those who, travel here from other countries and maybe your degree is not respected in the U.S., I get it. But for those who have Western education in the United States, you have 2 doctorates, two doctorate degrees, something wrong with y'all. Something's wrong with you all. I have never been so mentally depleted after taking those 3 exams ever. I think I had to recover. It took me like 3 days to recover. I mean, you just do this mental dump on the page and you're just typing. Heck, I didn't even get an opportunity to edit my first 2 responses. The last day was probably the easier day. I had about an hour and a half left on the clock before the deadline, and I actually got to edit that paper. The other ones, and I actually sent them a note earlier this week. I sent them a note and said, hey, let me go ahead and apologize in advance. I did not get an opportunity to edit my responses. I did a great job getting them turned in on time. But, I plan to have more of these conversations to chronicle the remainder of this journey. And, some things that I learned of how to prepare for comps. Maybe I'll share some of those things on this channel. I plan to be more active in my posting. I apologize, you have to see me laying in the bed. But I just sat up and I had this thought. I was like, you know what? I need to talk about this process. Because there may be someone else who may be wondering if they can still get a PhD. And I'm at a very, very, very great school. We're learning top-notch methods, and I feel very prepared to contribute to the scholarly literature once I'm done. But I plan to do more chronicling of the process and more of my day-to-day life, so you can kind of see how I balance all of this stuff as dad, husband, entrepreneur, got a lot of things going on. But, to let you know, if I'm able to do it, you're able to do this too. So thank you for taking time to watch this video. Again, I apologize for laying in the bed the whole time, but I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I did want to capture some of my thoughts while they were fresh. Until next time.